Good morning, sports fans. It's time for the AFC championship game of the 2002 NFL season. I have completed the Oakland Raiders season replay. They did defeat the New York Jets last week in the divisional round 13-7 in a game that was uncomfortably close. Now they face the Tennessee Titans. We beat them earlier in the year 23-20. So this game turned out to be, in the replay, a little harder than it was for the Raiders in real life. As in the real life Tennessee game, regular season, the Raiders beat them 52-24 or something. So much closer in my replay. So here we go. We got the Tennessee Titans coming to town. They finished the season 11-5, coached by Jeff Fisher. This team has McNair, Eddie George, Holcomb will be the fullback / second back, Derek Mason, Frank Wycheck, and oh my God, Dyson Anthony. I can't remember his first name. Dyson. Punter is Huntrick. Return man is Simon. Nedney is the place kicker. Again, Fisher is the head coach. This team, though, only a CC rating in Rodney's historic tome for my game. The Oakland Raiders, they come in here 13-3-1 now that they have defeated the New York Jets in the divisional game. Titans, of course, would have won in the Titans would be 12-5, having won last week. MVP Gannon at quarterback for the Raiders, Charlie Garner, Tyrone Wheatley, Tim Brown, Doug Jolly, and the one and only Hall of Famer, of course, Brown, my favorite receiver of all time. Jerry Rice is the other receiver. We got Leckler, Buchanan, and Knight returning kicks. Janikowski's the place kicker. And the Raiders are an AB. Callahan inherited this team when Gruden was traded away to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The next game up today will be Tampa Bay on the road to face the Philadelphia Eagles, so that'll be incredible. So Tennessee comes in here C versus RB defense. So C versus RB, Tennessee's going to be reduced to a D charts in offense. The Raiders are an A versus C, so A versus C is A. And that Raider offense, that was a big deal last week in a tight game. It made a difference for us. Again, we are playing my Football Time Special Edition. And here we go, folks. So we're doing the D66 charts. These are automated solitaire. Absolutely spot on. All right, the Raiders, by default, get the ball as home team, so they can get the ball first. We're using the A charts. And the Raiders return the ball out to the 31. We will not risk any punts or kick returns for touchdowns today. All right, the Raiders in the A chart go to work. Gannon drops back, looks, touchdown right out of the gate. The Raiders are going to score a touchdown. How do they score it? A line, plunge, run. Oh my God, that's got to be Charlie Garner goes 69 yards. Garner. Holy cow. 69-yard run TD. PAT is good. And the Raiders are up just like that. Holy cow. Oh my God. Charlie Garner's biggest run probably of his career. Well, Tennessee on the D charts returns their kick out to the 22. And let's see if Eddie George can match that. Already we've got a score on the charts. Eddie George looking at the D charts right here. Steve McNair under center. I loved McNair coming out of college. And McNair was the closest that when I was watching McNair during his career, so often he reminded me of John Elway, carrying this team on his back. Elway very often was the guy that kept the Broncos in games. I felt that way about the Titans many times, as McNair would have to turn it on and run for yardage, or he was bigger and a little more mobile than Elway, of course, but it was the way he played when the chips were down. I loved McNair. 51. Speaking of that, let's see what he does. He throws a pass out of the backfield for a yard to Eddie George. Second down, McNair drops back. He throws a 15-yard strike to Wycheck, 5-10, 15 in the Raiders. He's gotten a first down against this Raiders defense. But they're already down 7-0, folks. First play of the game. 42, he's going to drop back and dump it down to Mason, who picks up only 4 on a quick slant. as Charles Woodson makes the quick tackle. It's going to be another 15-yard strike, 5, 10, 15. They're to the 43 already. As Steve McNair is opening things up, finding Mason on the first down pass. It's going to be a pitch out to Eddie George, and Eddie George bangs down to the 34-yard line. They are not yet in field goal range. They need 2 more yards for a shot at a field goal. Eddie George, let's see what they do. 61, it's going to be a pass. He drops back, looks, flings it out of the backfield to Wycheck. Past the first down sticks. 1, 2, 3. First down. Wycheck with his second first down catch of the opening drive for the Tennessee Titans. 43 is going to be a pass for 11 down the field to Dyson on a quick out route. Past the sticks. First down, Dyson. Steve McNair, handoff. Eddie George pounds down for 9 more. Bill Romanowski finishes that tackle, but it's 2nd and 1. It's going to be a drop back pass. McNair flings it to the sidelines, out of bounds, incomplete. 3rd and 1. He's going to drop back, rolls to his right, flings it out to Wycheck past the sticks. 5 yards and a 1st and goal to 6. The crowd here in the black hole loud. And it's going to be a drop back pass, flings it out to Eddie George in the flat, bounces at his feet. 2nd down and goal from the 6. The crowd here roaring. 46 handoff. Eddie George matches with a 6-yard run. TD, PAT is good. Folks, we got a dogfight. Uh-oh. Steve McNair goes right down the field. Eddie George finishes that drive. And the Raiders are in for another tough battle. Unbelievable. All right, the Raiders return it out to the 31 with Knight. And they go to work. Let's see if we can score again on one roll. It's going to be run for 4. Tyrone Wheatley gets the carry up to the 35, 2nd and 6. It's going to be another pitch out to Charlie Garner for 6, 5, 6, first down at the 41. Raiders get another first down. Or I should say their first down. Technically, you get a first down on that long breakaway run. They count that as a first down. But, oh no, he drops back. Down he goes in a heap. 5, 6, 7 to the 34. Who made that sack? That's going to be DL. So the Tennessee. Oh my God, I can't remember who that was with a sack. Their DL star with a sack. And getting up slowly is Gannon. Snaps the ball. 35 is going to be a run for 4. Gannon, flush from the pocket, gets 4. 3rd down and long. Uh-oh, Raiders in trouble. 33 is going to be a pass for 14. 10 and 4 is a first by 1 yard to Doug Jolly. Gannon on 3rd and 13 finds Doug Jolly for 14 in the first. The Raiders 6-yard strike to Garner out of the backfield. Holy cow, Garner's already got a 69-yard run today to open this game up. It's going to be another handoff for 4. Tyrone Wheatley plows ahead. They bring out the measurement and signal first down, and the crowd roars. The Raiders drop back, looks. Gannon fires deep for Rice. Incomplete. Rice looking a little slow at 39 or 40 years old. 32 is going to be a pass for 5 to Garner. 3rd down. Raiders are in field goal range. Yes, we are. Janikowski can kick a field goal, so we just don't want to turn it over here. It's going to be a turnaround, handoff, draw play to Charlie Garner. He gets hammered. And the Raiders are setting themselves up for a field goal. Don't roll a 1. Oh, Janikowski. Shh, you can't make the game any easier to play. Janikowski, though. Holy sh! Oh, my God. 50-yard field goal. No good. You got to be kidding me. The Raiders drive right down the field. And Janikowski misses a 50-yard field goal. 5, 6, 7. That puts them at the 40. Oh, no. We've given Steve McNair a short field. Here they go. McNair goes to work. The Raiders fans disappointed. 9-yard burst by Eddie George as the Raiders are... You can just see that it's taking 2 to 3 helmets to bring down Eddie George as he gets through the line of scrimmage, and Raiders hit him with 1, 2, and the 3rd guy brings him down. You can just see it. It's going to be a pass out of the flat to Holcomb, and Holcomb lowers his head takes on Bill Romanowski for the first down and gets it. Holcomb on a little catch out of the backfield. Touchdown! Oh my God, the Tennessee Titans. It's going to be a sideline bomb. McNair. 50-yard pass. Two ex-receiver, folks. Mason. PAT's good. What a first quarter, folks. It is Tennessee 14, Raiders 7. We're in trouble. 31-yard return out as Janikowski missed a field goal. And now Steve McNair needing only 60 yards and knowing that what's in front of them is a Super Bowl bid. And McNair hits a 50-yard sideline bomb to Mason, catches the Raiders in the wrong coverage. My gosh, come on, Oakland. We're in a dogfight. Man, Jeff Fisher had a great football team during this period. Had one of the best Super Bowl games during this run, as they came up a half a yard shy of upsetting the greatest show on turf, the 99 St. Louis Rams. That Tennessee Titan team had no business being in that game. For those who don't know, the Rams had 4 chances at touchdowns in the first half of that game, and they dropped them or couldn't complete them. Tennessee comes out after halftime and made a game of it. If you watch back that game, it should have been a blowout, but somehow Tennessee hung in there and came up a half a yard shy. But I loved this Jeff Fisher team. I'm a big fan of Jeff Fisher, but 23, here we go. 23 is going to be a pass for 9. Uh-oh, no, the Raiders. Whoops, wrong team. 23, 12-yard pass to Jerry Rice. 10, 11, 12. The Raiders have got to score now and tie this game up. Second quarter underway. 45 is going to be a pitch out for Garner. 5-6. Raiders don't want to pass. This was a team that really was getting away from the power running game after Gruden left and started dinking and dunking more. 45 is going to be another 6-yard run, though. 5-6, and that's Tyrone Wheatley on a power run behind Richie. First down, Raiders. Drops back, passes, swings it out of the backfield to Terry Kirby for 1, 2, 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Terry Kirby, a solid third back. Second down, 24 is going to be a handoff to Terry Kirby. He loses 2. Third down, Garner out. Probably a bit winded after that. He may have pulled a muscle on that 69-yard run. Third and long, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Raiders need 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Third and 9. That 2-yard loss was a killer. 35, he drops back. Gannon forced to run. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 4th and 5. And we are out of field goal range by 2 yards. Bill Callahan, we're not going to punt here. However, a punt, nope, into the end zone. So we're gonna go ahead and go for it. 4th and 5. Raider fans kind of surprised. They're kind of half cheering, half questioning, and they're gonna go for it. Gannon under center, barking hard signals, tries to draw him off sides. Touchdown! It's gonna 4th out. What kind of TD? It's a screen. Oh my God! Gannon rolls out. 40-yard screen, so he dumps it down to Terry Kirby. Actually, well, screen pass would definitely be a back, so let's go to Carey. And let's use Carey. It's going to be, no, it can't be the quarterback. So we'll just give it to Terry Kirby. 40-yard TD pass. 40-yard pass. It's got to be Terry Kirby on the screen. PAT good, and the Raiders tie the game. The crowd roars. A 4th and 5 screen. And Terry Kirby takes it to the house. They return it out to the 22 on the following kickoff. By the way, that is Simon. Can the Raiders get a turnover and somehow equalize possessions here? 45, he goes to work. He drops back, hands it off. Eddie George, 5, 6 yards for George. George is having a brilliant first half. It's going to be a sack. Loss of 7-5. Oh, he got 6. And they get sacked back 7. So 3rd and 11, a big sack for the line, sack for DL. So the Raiders get a sack. DL sack. I cannot remember who their Robbins. I cannot remember who their big defensive lineman was. They had a damn good group of defensive players, but 3rd and long, 3rd and 11. McNair may have to punt. 35. It is going to be a scramble. McNair runs. He takes what he's given, steps out of bounds after 5, but they're going to punt. Punting on the D chart's 33, 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3. The Raiders field the ball, return it out to the 41, and that equalizes possessions now because Janikowski missed a kick. They've been exchanging scores. We were on the low end there as Janikowski squandered a chance. Gannon just threw a 40-yard screen pass to Terry Kirby and forced a punt. Raiders final drive in the first half. Come on, Gannon. 34. This is harder than it should be. Loss of 1. They hand it off to Tyrone Wheatley, and he loses a yard. Second down. They snap the ball. 25 is going to be another handoff to Wheatley. He gets 4. Third down and 5, 6, 7. Third and 7. Snaps the ball. Gannon drops back, rolls to his right, takes off on the run. Runs for 4. They're going to be shy. He's going to have to punt as well. 42 yards. Pins him at the 6. Coffin corner punt. Leckler, beautiful. Pins him at the 6. Coffin corner punt. Tennessee on the final drive of the half. 14-14 game. You've got to be kidding me. They snap the ball. 14 is going to be passed down the field. Incomplete. Snaps the ball. Sack. Loss of safety. The Raiders score a safety. McNair. Sack. Safety. Oh my God. The fans roar. Who gets that safety? He lost 7. He was at the 6, lost 7. That's going to be the DL with a safety. DL sack and safety. Holy cow. The Raiders are up. So the Raiders score 7, 8, 9 points. Tennessee shut out in the second. Folks, it is 16-14. And the crowd here roars as the Raiders leave into the tunnel to applauding fans. Tennessee and Jeff Fisher will make the adjustments necessary to keep this game close. That's what Jeff Fisher did. Jeff Fisher ran a version of the 46 defense. Fisher had been with the 85 Bears, or had been with the Bears when they were running those 46 defenses. So he was kind of a brainchild of Buddy Ryan, and he went on to run a version of the 46 of most of his career. And they're going to come out of the tunnel, return the kick out to the 22. And folks, we are 30 minutes from a Super Bowl, from an AFC Championship trophy celebration. And one of these two teams will be in the Super Bowl to face the winner of Tampa Bay and Philly, 2002. All right, Steve McNair scored 14 points in the first quarter. The second quarter, not so pretty for them. And Jeff Fisher will make the adjustments. It's going to be a run for 13. Eddie George, 10, 11, 12, 13. One thing they were doing well against the Raiders in the first half was Eddie George. They're back to it. It's going to be 51. It's going to be a pass out to 1 to Eddie George, so they screen it out to George. Bill Romanowski all over that. Second down, 61. It's going to be another pass out to 3, so they're looking for George. 1, 2, 3. He's carrying it. He's catching it. But the Raiders are all over their big back. 3rd and 6. Snaps the ball, drops back, looks, fires down the middle of the field to open Frank Wycheck, 5, 10, 15. And the Raiders safeties come up and drag down. Rod Woodson makes the tackle on Frank Wycheck. 1st and 10 at the 46 of the Raiders. Tennessee threatening. 36 going to be a pitch out. Eddie George gets 8. 2nd and 2. Boy, George has been brilliant today. Snaps the ball, 34, drops back, looks, hands it off on a draw play to Holcomb, nowhere. As the Raiders bury that quick as Steve McNair, too late on the handoff, the blocking angles weren't there. 3rd and 2, McNair under center, backs up into a shotgun, barking signals. McNair himself, a dangerous running threat. Snaps the ball, McNair drops, looks, runs, scrambles, flips it out to Holcomb for 1 yard. The Raiders linebackers, Johnny on the spot, 4th and 1. They cannot kick a field goal. And Jeff Fisher calls a timeout, huddles up with McNair and company, brings the entire offense over, and Jeff Fisher gives them a pep talk, sends them out as the Raider fans get loud. McNair gets under center tight with George and Holcomb, a double tight end set. He shifts his knee, snapping the ball, silent count. 4th down, they're going for it. He drops back, rolls out, flips it to Eddie George, who fights for yardage, gets a 1-yard first down pass. God. First down, the crowd can't believe it. There's a lull in the noise as somehow McNair rolls out. They fake to Eddie, and then he just dumps it over Romanowski's head. Eddie George turns it upfield for enough for a first. Unbelievable. 1st and 10 at the Raider 36. This is a brilliant game. Eddie George and Steve McNair are the guys to stop here. Snaps the ball. It's going to be a handoff to Eddie George. Nowhere. The Raiders harangue him there. 2nd down, 23, drops back, looks, fires to Mason for 9 yards, 3rd and 1. McNair playing perfect football today. Snaps the ball, 41, he drops back, looks, fires into the flat, bounces off the turf. 4th and 1 again, the crowd roaring. They are in field goal range, and they will send a man out. This will give them the 1-point lead. Nedney puts his mark on the soil. The holder, backup quarterback, that would have been O'Donnell, I think. O'Donnell puts a hand down. They snap, kick, and it is good. But it bounces off the upright. Tennessee's Nedney will make a 44-yard field goal. Folks, it is 17-16. Tennessee, what a brilliant opening drive for Jeff Fisher. As he called a timeout on 4th and 1 in the black hole, rallied his unit, told them, get the first. We have got to get every point we can against this Raider team. Gannon comes out under center, the crowd quiet, and they snap the ball. The Raiders drop back, look, fires. Gannon can't find Brown, incomplete, well covered. Gannon snaps the ball, pitches it out, 16 yards for Tyrone Wheatley, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 up to the 47. Tyrone gets around the end, scats down the sidelines, pushed out of bounds, is the big back. Snaps the ball. It's going to be another handoff up the gut to Tyrone. 1 yard, 2nd and 9. Gannon in the huddle, talking in tight. He scooches in tight, everybody leans in. He comes out with a spring in his step. He's called one of his favorite plays. You can just tell it from his body language. He snaps the ball, drops back, hands off for 3. 1, 2, 3. It didn't work as well as Gannon thought it would. 3rd and 6. Gannon under center, barking signal, snaps the ball, drops back, rolls out, fires down the sideline to Jerry Rice for 27, 10, 25, 6, 7. 1st down and 10 at the 22. The crowd roars as Rich Gannon finds the greatest receiver to ever put on a bonnet in NFL history. Jerry Rice opened out the sidelines. And Gannon now back in the huddle under center. He wants to pound the rock, but they haven't been very good at it this year. It's not as good as they have been. 26. Going to be a handoff for 3. Tyrone, 1, 2, 3. 2nd down, Tyrone Wheatley. 32. He drops back, looks, fires into the flat to Garner for 5 yards. 3rd and 1, 2. We're in Janikowski's range. He's missed a kick today. Gannon under center, barking hard signals. Crowd is quiet. Snaps the ball. No! Turnover. Intercepted. Gannon drops back, looking for Brown, who's double covered. Picked off by the DB. Gannon, the league's MVP, intercepted. DB gets this pick. Oh my gosh, and interceptions. I can't remember my own rules on interceptions. I think that's just dead there, right? This game was designed where we don't, I can't remember my own rules on interceptions. Can you believe that? It's been a while. Oh yes, they get a chance to return it for a touchdown on a 1 or 2. No, what am I saying? It's right here. D, interception return, 9 with a touchdown chance. So they go back 9. So that would be the 23. If I roll a 1 or a 2, if I roll a 6, they'll take this back to the house. Or I can choose to be safe with it and step out of bounds. You know what? Tennessee sees Super Bowl. They're up by 1. They're going to step out of bounds. They're not going to risk it. Unbelievable. Gannon, the crowd stunned as the league MVP, Rich Gannon, on a 3rd and 2 on a rollout, throws into double coverage to Tim Brown, and they pick it off, return it back 9 yards. Damn. Took the air right out of me. Tennessee Titans. I feel like the Raider fans do right now. Stunned. Tennessee goes to work. It's going to be a quick pass into the flat to Holcomb. 1, 2, 3. 2nd and 7. Robert Holcomb getting the catch. It's going to be another quick pass out to Wycheck, 1, 2, 3 on a waggle, 3rd and 4. Now they can hand it off to Eddie George to get the first down. They do. Eddie tears through 5 and 4, 9 yards up to the 38. As the Raiders now are backpedaling, I think it's taken the wind out of them. They're down by 1. They got to rally. If they're going to be a championship team, they got to toughen up. They snap the ball, 32, drops back, looks deep for Dyson, incomplete. They snap the ball. It's going to be a pitch out to Eddie George. He gets one the hard way as Romanowski drags him down. 3rd and 9. McNair would like to get a first down here, keep the drive going. It's a handoff up the gut for 7, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be 4th and 2. And without question, he signals his punter out. 33-yard punt, 10, 20, 30. And the Raiders will have the ball to 21. Final drive of the 3rd quarter. Raiders down by 1. It is 17 to 16. I can't believe we got a safety. 17 to 16. And they have Janikowski, who's got a huge leg, but he's missed a 50-yarder already today. This is shaping up to be exactly what we don't want, an upset for the Titans. We missed a 50-yard kick, which Janikowski was remarkably good at. We have thrown an interception, which Gannon was not prone to do, except, of course, in the Super Bowl when he threw 4 or 5 or 6 or something. I don't know what it was. We got a safety, which was not, I think, something the Raiders did in real life. Holy cow. Come on, Gannon. You got the A offense at your fingertips. Let's do something. He drops back, hands it off to Wheatley. 1, 2, 3, 2nd down and 7. The Raiders take the easy handoff. 25, another handoff. This one 4 yards to Tyrone Wheatley. It is now 3rd and 1, 2, 3. They're getting a little too conservative for my blood. 35, he's going to pitch it out for 4 more and a first down. Wheatley gets 3 carries in a row. That's going to make a first down. And the Raiders are softening him up with a big back, Tyrone. It's going to be 55. Pitch out, 8 to Garner. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2nd and 2. Perfect play action down here to go deep to Jerry Rice. 55. Nope. He's going to take what they give him. 8 more. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Tyrone Wheatley right up the gut, dragging tacklers. Gets 8 yards. It's going to be a drop back pass for 6. He finds Tim Brown on a quick turnaround. 5, 6. That's the play they wanted down here on 3rd and 2. It was picked off. This time they get it on a quick hook. It is 2nd and 4. Tim Brown with his first catch today. Touchdown, Gannon. He's going to hit it. What is it? Sideline pass, baby. Gannon, touchdown to Jerry Rice. Actually, 46. That would be Porter. 46-yard pass to Jerry Porter from the slot. PAT's good. That ends the quarter. The Raiders score 7. And Nedney hit a field goal to give them the lead. It is 17 to 23. Folks, this game is turning into one hell of a game. 4th quarter underway. They return it out to the 22. The fans on their feet. They want to see the Raiders get a turnover here. All right, folks, 23 to 17. It is a 6-point game thanks to our safety. And Steve McNair, again, the closest thing I'd ever seen to John Elway, putting teams on his back and dragging them to the Super Bowl. Here we go. It's going to be 14. It's a handoff. No, drops back, looks deep for Wycheck down the middle of the field. Romanowski there, incomplete. 2nd down, does it again. This time it's, no, 34 runs for nothing. Handoff to George, and the Raiders drag it out, drag him down. He gets nothing according to the stat minders. And we're going to have another pitch out, 11. Eddie George, or McNair actually. On 3rd and long, McNair would scramble and run. That would be a quarterback scramble. Steve McNair puts the team on his back, runs for 11 on 3rd and 10. The crowd here is stunned. McNair is a weapon. He strike out for 8 yards to Wycheck. Completed pass to Wycheck, 2nd and 2. Snaps the ball. It's going to be a drop back pass. He looks down the field to Dyson, incomplete. 3rd and 2. Jeff Fisher now barking signals from the sideline. He wants Eddie George to get this first down carry. It's going to be a snap. Drops back, looks, fires it for 6 to Mason. First down on a slant play right in front of Charles Woodson. Woodson with a sure tackle, but not before. He bodies up Woodson. He makes the catch for a 6-yard slant first down. Jeff Fisher with a fist pump. Snaps the ball, 55. It's going to be a run for 7 for Eddie George, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh. If they get Eddie George going, we're in deep trouble. Pitch out. Eddie George another 7, 5, 6, 7. They're down to the 39 and almost in field goal range, folks. The Titans look good today. 22, he drops back, looks, fires it safely out of bounds, protecting the ball, incomplete. 2nd and 10, he snaps the ball, he drops back, finds Dyson down the middle of the field, 5, 10, 15 on a quick in route. Dyson turns it up, picks up an extra 4 yards. It is a 15-yard strike to the 24, 1st and 10. The crowd here getting loud, but they can tell that it's not affecting McNair and this veteran team that have been to a Super Bowl. It's going to be a pass into the flat, bounces off the turf in front of Eddie George's laces. Eddie George at 6'3", having trouble bending over there, grabbing that off his shoe tops. 2nd down, snaps the ball, 53, drops back, 15-yard strike down to the 9. 1st and goal at the 9. He finds Wycheck down the sidelines, dragging Romanowski on his back hip. 1st and goal at the 9. The crowd here now in their full throat, trying to goad this defense into a huge play. McNair looking beautiful, drops back, fires it incomplete out of the back of the end zone, looking for Dyson. 2nd down and goal from the 9. Snaps the ball, he's going to drop back, pass, touchdown, McNair. Touchdown pass to who? It's going to be Mason's 2nd TD pass, 9-yard pass. Mason caught a 50-yarder. He's going to catch a 9-yarder. PAT is good. The Raiders are in trouble now. It's 24-23, a 1-point game. They do have the one and only big kick in Janikowski, who's missed one already today. They return the kick out to the 31. Folks, this is going to come down to the final roll of the dice. Damn, Oakland, with their first possession of the 4th quarter, they've got to get points, and they've got to find a way to stop McNair. They are down 24-23, 4th quarter. They are thinking, Jeff Fisher and company are thinking Super Bowl. Snaps the ball, 35. 35 is going to be a carry for 4. That's going to be Garner up the gut on a cross buck. Snaps the ball. It's going to be a pitch out to Garner for 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 3rd and 1, 2, 3. 3rd and 3. Gannon under center. Snaps the ball. Barking signals. Hands it off to Wheatley, who powers through and gets the 1st down behind Big Barrett Robbins, the center, on a fantastic dive play. They snap the ball. Gannon drops back. 21 is incomplete, looking for Jerry Rice on a quick turnout. Not there. 2nd down and 10. Gannon comes back to the huddle talking to Jerry Rice. They've got to get on the same page. Snaps the ball. He's going to pitch it out to Garner. Garner's chased to the sideline. Steps out of bounds. No gain. 3rd and 10. And the crowd here, Callahan calls a timeout. Brings over Gannon, and they talk about it on 3rd and 10. He sends Gannon out to the huddle. They all sneak in. There's a 3-receiver set. Porter, Rice, and Brown on the field with Doug Jolly and Terry Kirby in the backfield as the receiving back. 3rd and 10. They snap the ball from a bunch formation. 25. He's going to have to scramble, and Gannon runs for 4. It's 4th and 6. They don't have a choice. They got to punt, down by 1. The Raiders forced to punt. The crowd grumbling. 10, 20, 30, 41, 2. They pin them at the 22 on a coffin corner punt. And the Raiders and the Tennessee Titans have 1 possession each. Tennessee's final possession right here. The Raiders will get the ball last, down by 1. They have to stop Tennessee and then score. Holy cow. McNair can win this game, folks. Here we go. Big George and Holcomb in the backfield together. It is a big formation. Tennessee's going to grind out clock and try to win this ball game. 62, he drops back to pass, though. Play action. Wycheck, 5-6. What a way to soften the coverage. 2nd down and 4. I cannot believe it. Tennessee playing brilliant football today. Snaps the ball, drops back, looks, passes it out in the flat to Holcomb on a play action rollout, but he only gets 1 yard. It is 3rd, 1, 2, 3. 3rd and 3. The crowd loud. McNair in a pistol formation. He can run, folks. He's a threat. Snaps the ball. McNair takes off on the run and drugged down by Romanowski. Nowhere. It is 4th and 3. They'll punt. They have no choice. They've got to punt the ball. 33 yards. 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3. The Raiders at their own 48 to start the final drive of the game. The Raiders have to get to the 38 to kick a long field goal. They need 14 yards. They're 14 yards from a game-winning field goal opportunity for Janikowski. Final drive of the game, unbelievable. Jeff Fisher huddles up his defense, during the TV timeout on the 2-minute warning, and he's barking at his defense to go out there and prove who the better team is. Gannon, calm, out in the huddle, talking to Rice and Brown. He's got nothing but veterans, surrounded by veterans. Kirby, Tyrone Wheatley, Donald Penn, Barrett Robbins, Brown, Rice, Doug Jolly, and of course Jerry Porter, the big third receiver who all year long made big catches. Here we go. Gannon under center, the crowd quiet. All the Raiders needed 14 to get into Janikowski's range. They snap the ball. It's going to be a drop back pass. Yep, he's going to pass for 9 yards to Jerry Rice. The crowd roars down to the 43. They don't need much more now. They need only 5 yards to be in Janikowski's range. It is 2nd and 1. Tyrone Wheatley in the backfield with John Ritchie. Looks like a power formation. They snap the ball. Nope, he play action, rolls to his right, looks for Jerry Rice. Well covered, incomplete. 3rd and 1, and we need 5 to kick a field goal. Jeez. 3rd and 1. Gannon with a big backfield again. Double tight. Doug Jolly. I can't remember the second tight end. John Ritchie and Tyrone Wheatley in the backfield. Terry Kirby in the slot. And Jerry Rice, the lone receiver in the game. That means the Raiders have got to find a way to get one man open or pound the rock. Gannon, hard snap count, trying to draw him offside. Snaps the ball, drops back, looks, fires into the flat to Doug Jolly for 3. 1, 2, 3. Doug Jolly on a quick play action rollout. He fakes a block, rolls into the flat, catches a 3-yard strike. The crowd roars. The Raiders are 2 yards shy. They need 2 yards for a chance to win the game on a long field goal. Tennessee Titans defense playing tight football. Gannon snaps the ball. Turnover! Shit, game over! Oh, Gannon fumbles. Gannon popped from behind. QB fumble. Lost. Game over. Who's going to get it? The DL, that would be, I cannot remember his name, but he was a stud. Dang, unbelievable game. Gannon from behind. You can see it in the huddle. They ran that dink and dunk, 3-step drop. He pulls that arm back, and the defensive end, Curse. That would be Curse. Curse comes around the end, strips that ball away from Gannon, falls on it. Game over. The crowd's stunned. The Titans race onto the field, and Jeff Fisher jumping up and down as they have beaten the Raiders in the black hole. They're going back to the Super Bowl, baby, to face the winner of Tampa Bay Philly. The Titans are going to celebrate the hoisting of the AFC Championship trophy, named after the owner of the Chiefs. I can't remember his name now. Oh my God, the owner of the Chiefs is what that trophy's called. Anyway, Tennessee Titans on our field are going to celebrate the AFC Championship trophy ceremony, and they're headed to the Super Bowl. Congratulations. You cannot knock a team that avoided a turnover. They did get a sack and a safety, the Raiders did, but outside of that, McNair, unbelievable. Let's take a look. McNair managed to avoid any turnovers. So the Raiders open the game up with a 69-yard rip. First play from scrimmage, Garner takes it to the house. But Tennessee, perturbed by that, drives right down the field. Eddie George punches it in, ties the game up. Janikowski misses a 50-yard field goal. We knew, very strange, it starts off with a huge touchdown run. You're thinking it's our day. And then Janikowski, though, shows there's cracks in the armor. McNair takes over, throws a 50-yard bomb to Mason to take the lead, 14-7. Gannon matches it with a 40-yard pass to Kirby out of the backfield on a screen play. They exchange punts, and then McNair, on the 2-minute drive going into the tunnel, the Raiders sack him for a safety, gives the Raiders the lead at halftime. Nedney kicks a field goal. Tennessee up now at this point, 17-16. Gannon picked off. Tennessee forced a punt, but then Gannon throws a 46-yard bomb to Porter to take the lead. McNair, with a 9-yard pass in the fourth quarter, gives them the lead 24-23. The Raiders end up punting. They hold Tennessee. Gannon is stripped by Curse. I'm pretty sure Curse was still with him. And the Raiders are shut out in the fourth. Folks, what a game. 24. Wait a second. Yep, 23. I keep hoping I'm going to count that up, and it'd be 25. 14-9. Make sure I don't mess this up. 14 plus 9. I just don't trust myself. 23. I was right. I wanted to be wrong. I wanted to be bad at math right there. But it turns out I'm pretty good at math. Tennessee is going to be 13-5 and headed to the Super Bowl. The Raiders are going to be 13-4-1. And they're going to go home. What a brilliant replay project this has been. The Raiders had a better record than they did in real life, but they could not get past Tennessee in a brilliant game. They were able, that Jeff Fisher 46 defense was able to take 2 turnovers away from Gannon. Football time, special edition d66, and that means the Raiders are done. There will be no Tampa Bay replay for the Raiders. Not going to happen. So the Raiders season complete with a 13-4-1 record, but they're going to lose the AFC Championship game 24-23 to the one and only Steve McNair. Rest in peace, brother. George, Holcomb, Mason, Wycheck, Dyson get the job done. Nedney gets a key field goal. Janikowski missed an opportunity, and that is brilliant. I will be back later to play the NFC Championship, Tampa Bay at Philly. Folks, it's going to be a knockdown, drag-out, low-scoring affair, I'm pretty sure. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.